Welcome back, everybody, to our third and final adventure of the evening, our second ever Mythic tier battle, as it were. Where each of our adventures begin is unique to them, I suppose. So, while these adventurers may need no introduction, we'll at least see what they're up to right now. So, without further ado, Euchaunkus Ouwoupli, the High Priest.
Yes.
Where are you when you receive a missive from Bartholomew about the events occurring in the Trash Kingdom? What are you doing?
I'm probably in the Wilderwood, praying, considering, watching Bill the Space Whale eat stars, plotting some vengeance against some warlocks and a false god.
Indeed. And Euchaunkas, you see a small adventurer, small as in young, and he kind of comes up to you. You don't recognize him. He's probably not even done a story to your adventure. You can tell just by the rosiness of his cheeks, and he walks up to you and hands you kind of a small envelope with Bartholomew's seal upon it. Just, here you go, Mr. High Priest. And he hands it to you.
I take it.
All right.
Open it. Read it.
And as you open it, we'll move on to Fawkes, the sword that cuts the heavens, the king of trees, or Tree King Fawkes, as he is often referred. What are you doing when you receive a message from Bartholomew?
Okay, so you see like a massive rift in the sky, and Fawkes just comes out of it. It's like, oh, hey! Yeah, how's it going? Oh, what's this? A new mission. Quest? And then another Fawkes comes out behind him in like his orange plate armor. It's like, oh, hey, how's it going? What's up? And then another Fawkes comes up behind him again. And he's like, in his cowboy costume. It's like, oh man, it's pretty tiring. Then another Fawkes comes out behind him in a towel. It's like, whew, yeah. And it's like, whoa, guys, it's getting a bit crowded in here. Hold on a sec. With our powers combined, we are Fawkes, the sword that cuts the heavens. And then they all combine. It's like, all right. So
and as you're all kind of combining, these four Fawkes, each in his four most natural forms, it would seem, you're just kind of, as you crash to the ground out of the great rift in the sky, from which you may have cut the heavens very long ago. You just see on the ground in front of you, there's just a letter with Bartholomew's seal.
Oh, yeah. What's been going on since while I've been busy? I will pick it up.
All right. As you pick it up and open it, we move to Fluffy, the master of none, one who's taken many names over the course of your adventures, but has finally seemed to found one that has stuck. What are you up to as this summons comes?
So you get like a panning camera that goes over an underwater ocean cliff. It faces down and you see a lot of brilliant lights streaking out into the water as you see a band playing what looks to be an underwater concert. In the backstage is where you just see Fluffy, just making sure everything's going according to plan.
Very good. Yeah, you see the various members of the Dread Rocks, the band that you have allowed to breathe underwater through your magics, as well as the notable turtle bard Whoosh, or Whoosh, as he prefers to be called, as the group of them play. You can see they're all using instruments that have been tailor-made for their acoustics to travel throughout the ocean. And you stand on in the back, happy to support and facilitate this. When a curious thing happens, a small fish, and you can see the fish has actually kind of a long gray beard, which is a bit abnormal for fish. Kind of swims up to you and clutched in its mouth is a letter with Bartholomew's seal.
Is this for me, little fella?
Let us respect you, Mr. Master of None.
Thank you very much. And I will take it, being very gentle, not
And
to hurt the fish.
and you go and take it from the fish. The fish kind of swims away. You see the beard kind of like falls off as it's moving away. And as you open the letter,
I was going to say, is it waterproof, or should I go somewhere dry?
the letter seems to be waterproof.
Okay, good.
you begin to open it as we pass to Krixus, the light of the dawn. What are you doing as you receive this summons?
Krixus has been on the way for quite a while, hiding amongst the crags of swamp he calls home near the coast. He has been hunting wretched red Kuatoa. Well, spread an unfortunate disease known as vampirism amongst his clan 3 separate occasions. He stands at a fire with the skin of a wretched creature, slowly baking in the smoke. He is glazing it with honey from vulture bees they get their honey from meat, not from flowers.
Of course.
Quite a fitting and, well, predictable position for Krixus to be in days like this.
You see another of your clan there in the Hodak swamp kind of begin moving towards you, and another lizard folk. And he walks up to you and he goes, Krixus, a small thing came up to me. I believe they are called gnomes. He called himself Roger. He handed me this for you. It seems you are needed elsewhere again.
I knew this day would come, though I did not know when.
And do you open the letter?
I open the letter.
And as each of you do so, you find yourself flung from your locations. Normally, Bartholomew's teleportation is a little bit smoother than this, but it seems that doing it from range like this is a bit more intense, as you find yourselves just spinning and twisting and whirling through space for a brief moment before you step onto the center of a battlefield. You stand amidst the Trash Kingdom, and as you sit there, you hear a voice in each of your heads. It is Bartholomew's, as he speaks out to you. Heroes, there is a war afoot in the Trash Kingdom, a war that you now can very visibly see. As around you, you see these massive catapults of suds and soap bombarding forces of Trash Kingdom. You see giants with shaved heads of all sides locked in battle against much smaller combatants. You see tiny kind of robots going around cleaning things, swarming onto the citizens of the Trash King. And Bartholomew continues to speak to each of you. There is a war.
Bartholomew.
And as you kind of call that out, he says, yes, Fawkes sakes, I'm calling you in as well as you, Fluffy, and you Euchaunkus and Krixus. I know that you are very busy, but I had to bring all of you in. We have, well, the biggest job we've had in years. While the fate of the Trash Kingdom is not one that I am in particularly attached to, the Trash King himself has paid an exorbitant fee. You ought to help them in whatever manner they see fit. Is this understood?
Sure.
Of course.
Well, sure.
Of course.
Let's go.
And with that, Bartholomew's words end. And before you, you now just see this chaos of battle. But as you warp in on the kind of small teleportation circle that's been set up within the dump, a knight there is standing. You see, like your foes, his head is completely bald and sparkling. But unlike your foes, he does not seem to be attacking you. His armor seems to be made of various pots and pans that kind of coat his body. On his back, you can see he has a sword that appears to be something akin to a butter knife on one side and a fork on the other. As Sir Potson looks at you and says,
Hey. Hello again.
Oh, adventurers, it is very good to see you at this time. The Trash Kingdom is in its hour of greatest need.
Oh yeah, Krixus, it's been a long time.
It has been
Where have you
far too
been, man?
long. I have been hunting down my clan's enemies.
Right. Well, quite a reunion.
Of course.
So,
And
what's
as
this?
we
What do we
begin-
got? Where are we looking for? Huh?
As we begin our journey into this madness, may the cloud guide us through his infinite wisdom.
Yeah.
Raise his hands and
Yeah, the cloud.
May he shadow our eyes from the sun.
Oh yeah, the two. Right.
I will
Well, cool, guys. Let's go.
touch each of my allies, including Sir Potson. I will start with Sir Potson and work my way around giving them guidance.
All right. You offer the guidance of the cloud to
Yes.
each. As you step down from the teleportation circle, Sir Potson speaks to you once more. He says, "As I said, this is our hour of greatest need. The Trash King himself has been taken by the Clean Ones. He was pulled from the front lines where he was battling. As of yet, we do not know where he is. But I, personally, was at one point taken by one of these creatures. It was before they had invaded to this scale. It was a testing force, a scout, perhaps."
What? No. What do they want?
And he kind of points to his head, which is now this kind of bright, kind of shining bald. And he goes, "They wanted, among other things, my hair and my spirit. I was reduced to a state where I could do nothing but clean. It was all I could think about. It took months to undo what they did. I was brainwashed."
Oh God, that is a rough pun. But okay.
It was not a pun. I was very literally brainwashed.
Yeah, that's where there's a pun there.
They've washed
I
his
don't-
brain.
I don't understand your humor.
Good to see
No,
that you
I
have
did
returned.
not say it was humorous.
And he begins kind of
Not
guiding
funny.
you forward.
It's not funny.
We have prepared for each of you, or I suppose for all of us, a trail, a cart, to bring you to their lines. However, we'll have to go through the enemy forces first. And frankly, things have not been going well in the battle. We will have to pray for the best and trust on your skills to guide us. And he begins kind of, leading you
Should
to
we
this
do it
cart.
stealthy?
There is no time. If the Trash King is taken the way I was, well, if the Trash King is changed, if the Trash King is warped to clean as I was for a time, it would break the spirit of the Trash Kingdom.
I have a way for us to travel quickly and with hopefully go unnoticed and unfollowed as well. I do imagine that is important in this, that enemies
if
do
we
not
can-
follow us.
That would likely be for the best. If you think you can do this, then do so. And
I cast Pass Without a Trace.
very well. And you watch as the cart kind of takes off, him at the helm, kind of leading it. The shadows kind of creep up as you're moving kind of among the rolling hills of the dump. And you start your journey across it. He speaks to you. "Whatever creature, the great giant that they call the Master, he lies beyond. We believe his encampment is near the sea of broken glass, but we have not breached far enough through their ranks to see it." And he kind of continues onward in the cart as you're moving along. Occasionally, you kind of will go past an enemy kind of skirmish. You can see various Trash Kingdom soldiers battling against these kind of bald giants as they're kind of swinging and fighting in various places. But you creep by unnoticed, weaving through the battlefield with.
What is this tyranny? If you want to be dirty, then you should be allowed to.
Potson kind of holds out a hand to you and kind of offers like an arm grab. And kind of like, the manliest of handshakes.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes, I could not agree more, Master Sword that cuts the heavens. And as you continue onward, you can see before you this very large, just explosion on the ground as these huge, just circles, spheres of water and soap are crashing. And it would seem here at the core of the battlefield, which is where you're now passing through, these are the densest. And as this is happening, in the distance, you see the looming shadow of the scrap metal mountain crumble and fall. And with that, their artillery is crushed, and your way forward cleared. And as you continue, you can see a swarm of these tiny sort of modrons, or Roombas, as the case may be, as they all kind of appear up, and you just hear them coming towards you. Clean, 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 clean. And as this swarm of modrons appears at you, they all, hundreds of them, crash down, powered down. And Sir Potson speaks up. Perhaps a ray of sunlight here on the battlefield, as you move through.
There are others at work.
Indeed. As you make your way through, thanks to the help of your allies here. As you continue, you can start to see the day growing long, the sun beginning to set in the distance. And as always, the sunset over the Great Glass Sea is beautiful. But as you approach it, for any of you who have seen the Sea of Broken Glass, there's something a little bit different about it. Sir Potson kind of looks out over it, and you just hear him sort of mutter to himself, "My God."
Oh, I have seen it.
What's up with the Sea of Broken Glass? It sounds like regular water.
It's made of actual glass, from what I remember.
You get closer.
The Sea of Broken Glass, as you look, formerly was made of a horrible mixture of shattered glass and liquid. Now you can see the glass has completely plated over. A solid plane of glass going out as far as the eye can see.
Like ice?
Like ice. Yet you can hear the sloshing of the water below. As you look into the distance, you see some sort of activity far off across the plain. Some large movement.
This is where I will leave you, friends. For the Trash Kingdom's sake, please. And Sir Potson nods and leads you to it.
Do you think it is safe to walk on this large plane of glass?
Well, they are, I say, pointing at whatever's out ahead. So, and they look pretty big. So I'm going to guess yes.
Yes, Euchaunkus, and as you take your first step, the glass is in fact perfectly smooth and perfectly thick.
Kind of slippery, though.
Yeah, a little slippery.
Watch your step. Wow, this is polished clean. This is just... Why would you do this? This is so slippery.
It is not right, Cloud Brother.
No, it's not. This is just wrong. I mean, Sea of Broken Glass doesn't make a whole lot of sense either. Like, that's just... These are both dangerous in different ways.
It's very different when I was last here. Very different.
And as you all kind of step out and get your bearings, you eventually get used to walking on the very slippery glass, at least to some degree, as you begin to half walk, half slide your way across this now flat plain.
I'll look up into the sky and snap my fingers. Windstar! So,
there is a Winnie.
A comet flying out of the sky comes down and crashes. It's me and my Pegasus. Unicorn.
He's a unicorn, not a Pegasus.
Bro.
As your sad unicorn crashes to the ground next to you, Hi, Fawkes.
Hey, how's
Do you have any more booze?
Oh yeah, totally. I'll just pour it back over his head again. So
You see
he'll
all
like
of the rest
lick it
of
up
you
off of his.
You all see an incredibly sad-looking unicorn with like incredibly heavy bags under its eyes.
It is you again, I see.
Windstar, why such a long face?
It just kind
He
of
always has a long face.
It's a horse.
Yeah, that's what you're talking right.
Fawkes, you climb up on Windstar.
Yep. I'm just like just start getting all boozy and stuff.
Okay, Windstar falls over on the glass because it's really slippery, but it takes him a couple tries. But you manage to get him all right.
Oh, crap.
And you all make your way across this plane of solid glass.
I keep forgetting about my chaos amulet when I cast a spell.
As you approach the tall figure you saw from a distance, it seems there is more going on here than what immediately met the eye. First, the first sign that you see is, well, the glass at this distance is less solid. It's broken up into very large chunks. You can actually see the lines where they interconnect in obscure and obtuse polyhedral shape. And then you notice a piece of glass float into the air next to you. A small, about a sliver at first, lazily floating up into the sky. And then another. And another. And then you start to see larger pieces as you continue to walk, now having to hop between the large plates of glass. Until eventually,
platformer.
you can see in the distance the massive planes themselves rising up into the air and forming somewhere in the sky above some strange glass castle. However, you also see, presumably, your quarry. A man 25 feet tall, towering, with a completely smooth, bald head, and a white t-shirt, and a pair of blue jeans. He seems to be conversing with what looks like a halfling, dressed in a fairly similar way. This halfling formerly had incredibly, well, not incredibly, but fairly long hair. Much of it seems to be falling to the ground. And the tall figure turns to greet you all and says, "Ah, I expected you would arrive soon. Welcome to my kingdom. I am the master."
You are
Okay.
the what? Mask?
And you have come to...
Kill you.
Is it you then? Huh?
Stop you
You're
from
the one.
interfering.
We have
Sorry.
come to put an end to your tyranny.
my tyranny? What tyranny have I yet caused?
I
You
whisper,
bully son of a bitch! I won't stand for this!
I wanna
You
whisper-
can't force people to be clean and shave off their hair! This is the one thing I hate the most about you.
But, my dear Fawkes, I am doing nothing. After all, and he kind of gestures with one hand toward the halfling, it is not I, but their king, who would deign they act this way.
And if this is your world, then I will cut down your heavens! Because I will not be oppressed by your fucking oppressive clean thumb.
You will do no such
And then if he stands my way too, then I will just have to take him. Fuck this shit!
You have taken this land that is rightfully theirs,
This is stupid.
rather than forming your own.
Why are you
somewhere
guys all
that
doing
was not claimed. This is...
Yeah! These people were perfectly fine just being dirty and unclean. How dare you oppress them with your clean and hygienic ways?
He just
I'm
smiles
gonna
at your.
fucking mess you up, bro!
He
Take
smiles
another
and
swig
chuckles
of
at your outburst. Please, listen to what your employer has to say, he says, gesturing down toward the halfling.
The halfling man steps forward and speaks to you. I believe that I hired each of you to come here and see that the kingdom was left unclean. I've redacted my contract. It was the Trash King, I believe, who hired you. The Trash King no longer exists. I have been cleansed. You may simply call me the King.
Here, why don't I disinfect you, you dirty piece of shit! Now fucking throw my flask of alcohol at him.
I don't know what's going on. Fluffy's very confused.
I don't care if I'm on the job anymore. This is personal bullshit now.
The flask hits the cleansed king, and he gets a little bit dirty as some of the alcohol splashes onto him.
I am the sword that cuts the heavens!
And
there's no way that I'm letting another one take its place.
Well, as you hit the cleansed king, he reacts, and what does he do?
For a brief moment, as the flask of alcohol hits the cleansed king, you watch as it sullies the stainless shirt that he wears, and the cleansed king kind of speaks out, just, now wait a moment. Your actions here have been deemed unacceptable. You will be cleansed as I have been.
You see another small hair fall out of the cleansed king's head.
Everyone,
Now,
do you think we know what we need to do?
I have an idea.
As do
On you baldy butt munch. Let's do this.
Very well.
I'm going to reach into my backpack. I'm going to pull out the pizza. And I'm throwing it at that son of a bitch known as Mr. Clean.
As you go to act, and the combat begins, Master Clean, very well, if that is how things will be, begins to swell and grow to titanic sizes as he just grows slightly larger. He's now 30 feet tall. As he is now a gargantuan.
What the hell's wrong with you?
And yeah, I think at this point, we all roll for initiative, right, Bean?
I believe that will be, in this instance, the case.
All right.
Let us fight!
Oh, wonderful.
He got a 12. Well, he did bad.
Euchaunkus, what's your dex?
Pete, you have the Clean King?
I do have the clean king.
You're first, Fluffy.
Okay.
You really need to clean up your act.
Oh, I will make that public. Ah. It would seem that the first one in this case to act will in fact be the Clean King. Who, as he looks over the group of you, he goes, as I said before, you will be cleansed as I have. And he looks out over the group of you and holds out one hand. And while you've never seen the Trash King in his former form use any magical abilities, you see him now cast a powerful spell out from his hand. And he's going to be... you watch as he holds his hand up and places upon his head a small glass crown, which glimmers and gleams in the now shining kind of twilight light. And from that, he pulls out a mote of this glowing light and tosses it towards Euchaunkus.
Oh my god.
Does it 22 hit Euchaunkus?
Yeah.
You take 38 points of radiant damage.
Alright, guys, I'm at 7 HP.
Oh god. As the cleansed king kind of speaks out. He kind of looks at you and just lets out this very high-pitched, non-gravelly laugh, and you watch as another hair falls out of his head. It seems the Trash King now is stuck in limbo, and the time that you have to save him from being eternally cleaned likely will end when that last hair falls out.
How many hairs have you got?
That will be, I believe, represented contextually on the stream. Yes, Jeremy?
In fact, you have 30 minutes before the transformation becomes permanent. Good luck, gentlemen. And that is all for his king, for his turn. Fawkes, it is your turn. Fawkes?
Ah! Yeah, you like being clean, huh? I'll take this. Take a swig of alcohol and I'll run tomatoes. Summon a sleet storm.
The rotten tomato sleet storm.
Oh no! You conjure.
Oh yes!
Holding a rod of tomato summoning, a storm of rotten tomatoes flies from the sky around you, raining down upon Master Clean and the Clean King. As the tomatoes strike Master Clean, he doesn't seem to react at all.
However, I believe the Trash King needs to make a dexterity saving throw, yes? Or I suppose the king in this instance. What is the saving DC on that particular thing?
Do you have the spell available, Fawkes?
It's a DC 13.
All right, so yeah, he succeeds. He does not fall over, but you watch as these tomatoes swirl around the area and strike into his kind of bright clothing. And you see him for a brief moment. He seems to reach down and go to grab onto one of the tomatoes, and he calls out, "That looks disgusting!" And he kind of tosses it down to the side as he just seemed about to put it into his mouth. You're even greater for this. But for a moment, it seemed like the Trash King wanted to snap out.
I'll use my bonus action to charge up Super Saiyan style and cast Sanctuary.
All right, are you moving up next to the king or the giant?
They're right next to each other, so you could move next to both of them if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'll move next to them. Outside of the seats.
Very well.
And yeah, bonus action, charge up with the
Grooves of War.
Sanctuary or Grooves of War?
Oh yeah. Oh well, you have to move with it anyway. Yeah. All right, great.
Alrighty. That brings us to Krixus.
I'm going to pull out my pizza, place it in my mouth, and I'm going to use wild shape, I'm gonna become a wolf.
A wolf.
Okay.
Very well.
Yep.
We're both kind of wild shape, but I need 2 of these beast character sheets for it.
Oh. And I'm going to run over to where the now Clean King is. And attempt to, like, throw this pizza. Or try to get him to, try to get close enough to
get him to eat the pizza?
Yep.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and make me a grapple check. So this is just going to be strength plus athletics proficiency if you have it against the Trash Kings.
I'm going to change this right quick so that it's right. But it's actually going to be, instead of that -1, it's actually going to be 9.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty big difference. All right.
Yep.
Wait, you mean...
It'll be a 9.
9 total.
Okay, 9 total.
It'll be a 9 total.
So he's going to make a dex save. Yeah, he fails. You run up and you kind of, as you pounce on him in this wolf-like form, the Trash King kind of looks at you and just, as you kind of shove the pizza in his mouth, and he just goes, "Tastes just like..." He spits it out again, it tastes like trash because that's what it is. And
Clean
he's
King
kind of
looks over. Master Clean looks at the Clean King, concerned.
indeed.
All right, is that the end of your turn, Krixus?
Yes.
All right. At the end of your turn, Master Clean looks at you and says, but I have greeted you so kindly, and yet you throw garbage at us. And he holds up his arms, and chunks of glass just come erupting out of the plane around him, completely reforming into a giant glass greatsword and a large glass shield. And he looks down.
It's just a natural greeting around here in the Trash Kingdom. Get used to it.
He is going to swing his glass greatsword at you, Krixus.
Okay.
What is your armor class?
Right now it's 13.
All right.
Is it his turn, or is his turn, or is this legendary action?
Oh, what? You're too afraid to hit me, huh?
He got a 12, and you got an 11, right? Yeah, it's his turn.
Yeah, a dex save for the sleet storm
Oh, yeah. How does Sleet Storm work? Do you have the
at
spell?
the start of your turn.
He's got to make a dex save, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, can't he just stand back up? All right, so he fell over, but I guess he stands up and then attacks you. So.
Yeah, he uses half his movement. It's very
That's
useful.
true. So Krixus, that's a 23 to hit for 28 slashing damage. And then he will swing a second time at you with his... actually, you know what? He'll swing one of those at Fawkes 6. Fawkes, what's your...
Hey, who are you aiming at, Bold Peach?
Fawkes, what's your DC on your Sanctuary?
14.
And is it Wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom.
Does heavily obscured make everything at disadvantage because the sleet storm makes everything heavily obscured?
24.
Sleet Storm, I think in this melee range is not going to make... it's effectively blind, actually. So it should be disadvantage on everything. So let me actually roll the disadvantage attack against you, Krixus. So it's an 18. Would that still hit you, Krixus?
It would.
Okay. Then he will swing with his disadvantage attack against... with his second attack against Fawkes 6. Which will be a 13 to hit, which will miss. And then he will step up into the air, which I don't think any of you can see him because you're effectively blind. So none of you see him disappear. As you're all just in the sleet storm.
I'm not
that's
yet.
the end of the Master Clean's turn.
Yeah, I'm not in it yet either, I don't think.
Oh, that's true. You two are outside. Fluffy.
So there's a giant tomato storm, and I can't see anything. So Fluffy's very confused, and look at Euchaunkus got a plan.
I'm gonna... Yeah, I have a plan.
Okay, I'll just conjure a where is it? Call lightning at the last place I saw where the king was.
Wait,
And
I
hope it
will
hits.
look at him and be like, "Oh, you're hiding, huh? You think you can hide?" I'll snap my fingers and end Sleet Storm concentration.
You end your concentration on sleep. The sleet storm just immediately disappears.
Oh,
Fluffy,
okay.
now you can see again.
That's
Alright,
much better.
I will call lightning where I see the king.
The Master Clean or the Clean King?
Click it in spells.
The clean king.
You clicked it in spells.
I know. Shush.
Oh, rough lightning.
He tried.
He's going to make still going to have to make a dexterity saving throw, which he succeeds.
Half damage,
Natural
though.
20. Taking 4 points of lightning damage. You hear him, ah! As he makes this kind of strange, the Clean King's voice sounds very strange without the gravel in it.
How far away is he from me?
Only about 30 feet.
Oh, excellent. I want to just move up to that and turn into a giant constrictor snake.
Yes, I'm getting you that sheet because I knew you were going to need it as we were speaking.
Yep.
Oh, you already did that, Jeremy, I see.
No, I did it.
Okay, great.
Alrighty.
In that case, that's going to, I believe, bring us to...
Me.
Yep, Euchaunkus. What do you want to do?
I will take out my superior healing potion and drink it.
Okay.
That's a bonus action, right?
Oh, that's rough. But still a lot of healing.
still a ton of healing.
Great. Okay, I go to the Trash King and do the most disgusting possible thing I can do. I empty the contents of my stomach.
Oh god!
There are rotten. There's definitely food in there. There's pie from that thing we did back in Christmas. That's not nice. The hot dogs, the bones from a seder from last week, and whatever meat's left on that.
Don't forget the skin roll-ups.
The skin roll-ups, whatever small creatures I've ever eaten in the last few months and forgotten about. There's basically sludge in my stomach.
This isn't even a check. This is just a success toward the Trash King. As you regurgitate just this pile kind of near and around him, the Trash King, you hear him call out, "This is the most incredible thing I've..." And then you see him kind of snap out of it, and for a brief moment, now that he seems to have snapped back, he's like heaving and hawing and just, he's absolutely terrible. And he looks like he's going to vomit now, but for a brief moment, you saw the Trash King once more. And he's getting closer.
As the Clean King, as it moves to the top of the round, they will use a layer action. As Master Clean looks, Clean King, you must hold true to what is right.
I will.
Let this filth be washed away. I'm sure you'd be willing to join us, Fawkes. As he looks toward you and holds out a hand, a wave of cleaning energy and fresh scents. Fawkes. And I need to roll a wisdom saving throw, as he uses his layer action to brainwash. Oh, damn.
Nice. I
pop in a clove of garlic in my mouth, and I'll be, ha! You kid, Buffy?
The Clean King, Master Clean looks angrily at you.
Do not be feared, Master Clean. They shall be cleansed in time, as all will.
Yes.
I made sure to barf a little bit on the Trash King as well.
Clean King, it's your turn.
You watch now as he says that the king, as he now refers to himself, pulls another one of these motes of light off of the crown, this time tossing it towards Fluffy, the snake right in front of him.
Hi.
Seems the most appropriate.
The giant snake, yeah.
As he throws another mote of light at you for 28 points of radiant damage.
Shocker, 24 hits this giant snake.
Indeed. And then he holds out his other hand after tossing this kind of point of light, and he looks at you. I will bleach you as the sun bleaches the sand dollar.
1 second, I have to do a con save for Mr. Core Lightning, which succeeds.
I also need you to make me another con save for that blight that he's casting on you, or bleach in the Cleansed King's case, which you succeed on, taking 15 points of necrotic damage. As you see this kind of wave of chemical... yes, you also succeed on your concentration. This wave of chemicals going to wash over you as you take another huge chunk of damage. And that is all for the King's turn.
Fawkes, it's your turn.
About 15 minutes remain.
I'll take note of bursting out the king and be like, use an item interaction to pull out the Fly Lord and be like, hey, get a load of this.
No!
Most disgusting thing. I'll shove it in his face and be like, ugh!
Go ahead and make me whatever. I'll let you make whatever charisma check you wish to make. It can be persuasion, or I guess persuasion or intimidation, whichever you'd prefer. 12. As you hold out the disgusting head of the Fly Lord, this time it would appear that the king holds fast. You don't see him react. Maybe there's the slightest of twitches of the eyebrow, but get that nonsense out of my sight, he says to you.
Fine. I'll sort of lean back and like activate my wings, going at full-on Azamar mode. Let's see. Yep, radiant bullshit.
Yep.
I mean, sorry. And I will use my bonus action to crank up the volume and start playing the music from the theatric music box. And
yes.
Let's see. I'll give myself a, jamming tunes. I was like, start stepping my fingers, be like, oh yeah, let's get. Oh, let's go. Okay, end my turn.
Very well. You pump up the jam. You get yourself into this enhanced state as your wings flare out, and Fawkes 6 ends the turn. As we pass now to Krixus. What do you wish to do, Krixus?
I will revert back to Krixus. Still having the king grappled. This crown upon the king's head. This glass crown. I wish to remove it.
Very well. Actually, yeah, go ahead. How do you plan to do so? It appears that it was magically conjured by the Trash King's inherent magic.
Conjured.
Yeah, it seems like something that'd be a little bit tricky to just take off. But if you have some powerful effect or spell that you think can do it, then by all means.
I will take Ruination and try to force it between the king's head and the crown.
All right. Go ahead in that case and make me an attack roll with Ruination. 21. And go ahead and roll damage on that.
And there you go.
4
Double damage to objects.
Indeed.
And structures.
As you swing Ruination at the kind of glass crown, it kind of sparks and kind of motes of magic kind of click off it. You see different points of light, of which there were originally 7, now only 5 were on it after he threw the first 2. As Ruination connects with it, you watch as 2 more of those motes of light kind of just dim out and disappear. As the crown seems to have been weakened, but it was not enough to bring the crown down with a single swing.
Regain your composure, Trash King.
I am more composed than I have been ever before.
Unfortunately, your time is almost up. Soon, the ritual will be complete, and the transformation will not be changed.
It's a bonus action for taking a potion as well, right?
It is, so you may do so. I believe that brings us now to Fluffy.
No,
sorry, that is
Master Clean.
That is Master Clean.
Master Clean looks to you, Krixus. Actually, who was the last one to disrupt the king?
The last successful attempt was, I believe, credited to Euchaunkus.
So he looks at Euchaunkus, and he says, actually, you were the last one to attack the Clean King. So he's going to look at you, Krixus, and he says, unfortunately, some things must just be purged. Not all things can be clean. And he will
agree more.
Bring his hands to his head and then quickly move his head to the side, and there's a bright reflection of light off of his incredibly smooth dome. As he uses his blazing baldness. Can you roll me a dexterity saving throw as this beam of light streaks towards you?
Yeah!
Krixus, I got you! I'll give you my protection aura. +3 to saves.
Alrighty, well, you actually succeed as you dodge out of the way. This
Holy Jesus!
The ground under you, and it just disintegrates. You only fall a couple feet into the water below, but you narrowly avoid getting obliterated.
Isn't he grappling the king?
My God!
Oh yeah, so you and the king both fall into the water.
Oh, the dirty water. Awesome.
It's perfectly clean.
It's clean.
The water is immaculate right now.
Yeah, pristine. And that's the end of Master Clean's return.
Which does bring us now to Fluffy.
Now it's Fluffy.
Oh, Lord.
What the hell? I've got a swim speed. Into the water I go. So can I like hide under? So if they're enough in the water, can I go under the sheet of glass and do my constrictor attack?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have. Would I have advantage since I'm in the water? And he hasn't got a swim speed, I imagine. Yes. As a giant constrictor state, I have a 30-foot swim speed.
That is, I think that is how the swim rules work, actually. Are you gonna try and drown the Trash King? That's your plan.
Why not?
I mean, you were supposed to save him, but if you want to try and drown him, you can try to do that. It'll take a very long time. All right.
And he's restrained, and I'll just swim down into the water, and they can deal with the big guy.
Do you have a water? Are you amphibious? Can you breathe in the water?
I cannot. I'll have to hold my breath.
Yeah, and you hear as the Trash King calls out also, and also goes in to hold breath as he is ducked beneath the surface.
Oh boy.
12 bludgeoning damage. I've taken the big guy out, so... So you have fun with the big guy. I got the king, I think. Or maybe, I don't know.
Euchaunkus, you watch as this halfling that you believe to be the Trash King is dragged under the water.
Damn it, we can't kill him. I jump in.
Okay.
Swim down.
Jesus.
Master Clean's like, what are you doing?
When I jump in, I kick like as much of the contents of my stomach in as I'm moving in as possible, dirtying the water. And I go swim down, and I'm like, so I can talk down here. He's a space whale. And
this is true.
So here's his thinking. An old man gave me something even I won't eat. I take out my pack and I pull out 36 pounds of Yeti jerky.
Oh my god!
Rubbing it all over.
Delicious.
Rubbing it all over
the oldest junk item in the entire bag.
I rub it all over the restrained Trash King and sort of shove it in his mouth, and I'm like, here you go, here comes the Yeti jerky.
Go ahead and make me this will just be whatever your melee attack is with advantage with this Yeti jerky.
Okay.
Because he's restrained.
What is my melee? I guess that's my bite.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a bite attack with advantage.
17.
Yeah, that definitely hits as you just shove all of this Yeti jerky into the Trash King's mouth. You see him kind of, as he does, he's being grappled by the, he's being grappled by the snake, and he looks to you, and as the thing kind of enters into his mouth, he chews a few times and swallows. And you hear him kind of respond very quietly under the water. That is absolutely incredible! That is the best thing I have ever tasted!
This stuff smells under the water.
Never before have I seen... Wait a moment. What is going on? I was fighting for my kingdom! And he kind of...
No! You hear from Master Clean.
I was fighting for my kingdom! You hear him say. Do you let him go now that he seems to have regained his composure?
Yes.
He swims upwards, out into the crack, kind of pulling himself sopping wet, beaten, lightninged, mouthful of Yeti jerky.
I mean, Pete, as you go to do that, Master Clean says, if I cannot control you, then you will drown. And he will use his Organize as his layer action, as it is the layer's turn. And a large sheet of glass closes the hole.
I got water breathing, we're fine.
Yeah, I can breathe underwater.
So can I.
Clean King. I'm sorry, the Trash King. What would you like to do?
The Trash King, you all see as from beneath the water, the Trash King waves his hands to a degree. And the sky above, which was clear, begins to darken.
It wasn't clear. My storm thing stopped.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
In that case, the sky above continues to darken greater. You watch as the clouds that you had summoned spread out beyond. And in the distance, you can see what appears to be great pieces of junk that are just now flying from the Trash Kingdom. As,
So cool lightning, cool junk.
Junk clouds.
as
Excellent.
the Trash King casts Storm of Trash.
Excellent.
Oh my god, ninth level.
9th level? Oh shit.
Fucking god.
You watch as from above, now raining down from the sky, chunks of just metal and rubble crashing into the sea of broken glass, breaking it here and there in various places. Chunks, rusty metal pipes, just garbage. You see banana peels, you see apples. And as one of those pieces hits the ground right near where you are, the Trash King, while unable to free himself at this moment, calls out, "I am the Trash King, and this is my kingdom!"
Just mechanical wise, does this count as the stormy condition?
This is decidedly stormy.
Oh yeah.
And that's
I
the
get that
Trash King.
I get that extra D10 then for my cold lightning, or D8, whatever it is.
Yeah, and that's the end of the Trash King's turn.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck's sakes, it is your turn. You a very angry bald giant. No!
How dare you try to wash away the stains of these lands? It's history! Cannot be cleansed. It cannot be wiped away. I'll raise my sword in the air and cast Sacred Weapon.
The sword glows with incredible light. Go ahead, Fawkes. Oh, is that your action? Are you just buffing?
Yeah, it's my action.
You
So
go
I'll
Super
move up.
Saiyan. Okay.
Super Saiyan level 3! And yeah, I will fly up to him using the Greaves of War as well. Just get right up to him and I'll do like the Goku grab, and have him facing the wall of trash coming towards him. Like when Nappa when fucking Raditz. Okay, yeah, and I'll end my turn there.
Master Clean looks furious. Krixus, it is your turn.
Now am I in the water with the Trash King?
Yeah, I think you and everyone else were just sealed underwater, but like a cart falling out of the sky that the Trash King summoned has broken a new exit up to the plate glass. So you can climb back up.
With all this trash about, right? There's trash falling on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try to use some of this trash and use my tidal wave to push it upon this blight upon the Trash Kingdom.
Same idea.
As I cast my signature move,
The
tidal wave.
swells and all of the garbage captured within.
I don't think it's DC 11. It didn't add your
It's
wisdom.
definitely higher than
It should be DC 15.
Well, he actually rolled remarkably well.
Yeah.
He will unfortunately take half damage.
Is it junk damage though?
Yeah, I think he's vulnerable to junk damage as you hit him for a whopping 10 points. The first damage Master Clean has taken. The wave
My brothers!
crashes over him.
We must defeat him with the power of uncleanliness.
His perfectly bright blue eyes narrow as he stares to you, Krixus. You will be the first to be purged.
And then I dive back under the water.
You dive back there?
Yeah, I dive under the water. I can pretty much stand under there for like 20 minutes or something like that.
He does not recharge the attack, so instead he will take 2 attacks against you, Fawkes, with his greatsword.
This is the only one out.
I still have Sanctuary up because I've been taking aggressive action. Or attacked or cast a spell.
Yeah.
Wisdom save.
So All right.
Yeah, so DC 14.
Say he fails. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. He's got a +3 on top of it. There's a 12. He still fails. He goes to attack with his first attack. Goes to swing. It is just deflected by a ray of light. And he is going to.
The only one else up there is the trash can, I think.
Yeah,
No,
there's
he's
no one
still
else
under
up
the
there.
water.
So he instead is going to walk over to the hole, or fly over rather. As he walks through the air, plates of glass just kind of form as small little footholes. And he walks over to the hole in the water. Fawkes, you get an attack of opportunity. If you like.
King, what's wrong? Yeah, I'll slash him totally.
Okay, there goes the sanctuary.
I think that hits.
Yeah, you'll hit him.
Yeah.
19
I'm gonna roll
points.
smite.
Okay.
Is it 2D? Yeah, I think so.
It'd be 2d8 for level 1 smite, yeah.
Boom.
For another
Wow.
11. Alrighty. You cut into him, and he just kind of laughs to himself and takes a second attack against you now. Now that you've attacked him.
Alright, see if you can hit me.
He slashes you.
Oh my god!
Jesus Christ! Yeah. He slashes you for 27 points of damage as his glass sword shatters against you and then reforms on the other side. And that will bring us to.
Wait. As Master Clean takes those steps, as that's the first time I think he's actually gotten the chance to walk, you watch as the ground beneath his feet bubbles up, and these strange creatures that seem to be made of bubbles and suds appear behind him, as there are now 3 bubble boys in the battle.
Yep. I forgot about the Bubble Boys.
The bubble boys are here.
The scrubbing bubbles have arrived.
And they will roll initiative.
So they're
So
last.
they'll be last. Very good.
4.1.
All right. In that case, we are on to Fluffy.
Fluffy.
You're beneath the water still.
Yep.
Up
I would like
above, Master Clean is in a intense battle with Fawkes Sinks.
can I? The glass is see-through, right? It's not like opaque glass.
Yeah, it's just glass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's transparent.
So-
It's perfectly clear, actually.
How
Which is-
how close are the bubble boys to Mr. Clean?
They are in the wake of his steps.
Yeah, they're pretty close to him.
Excellent. Is there a way that I can do my core lightning with a 5-foot radius that I hit the 3 bubble boys and the Master Clean?
That's going to be a little bit tight.
I think you could get like one of the Bubble Boys in Master Clean. The problem is you'd also be
That's
hitting
fine.
Fawkes Sakes. Because he was walking by Fawkes. If you want to hit any of the Bubble Boys, you're going to hit Sakes.
All the bubble boys together. Could I hit all of them?
Yeah, you just wouldn't hit Clean or Sakes. Is that
That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine.
I'm gonna kill the mobs.
Just under the water, I'll just do my core lightning. Just. And since it's stormy, I get that extra D10.
Dex
Alrighty.
saves. So, which one are you going for? Master Clean and one of the
He's
bubble
going
boys?
for the 3 Bubble Boys.
Okay, great.
I don't know what they are. So 21 lightning damage.
Oh, jeez.
Um,
How the hell-
kills them.
As the lightning bolt strikes down upon the bubble boys, you watch as they fall, not being able to take action, unfortunately.
Excellent.
Oh, well.
So I'm just gonna swim a little bit further down, and just like see how everyone.
You're still
I'll use
snake.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna use my bonus action to heal a bit. Everyone, that's my turn.
All right.
So I'll use the
Euchaunkus,
first one.
you're under the water still, but you could climb up.
Why would I? I'm fine here. I breathe. This is normal now.
Not the fight I expected.
I will call lightning.
It never
Okay.
is as a DM, is it? It never is.
I mean, it's beautiful.
That
what
is
it
the
is.
definition, yeah.
Double the lightning, and I will call lightning at him.
What level are you casting that at?
The level I can, which is
Oh, okay. I forget these things.
And that get that extra D10 since it's also stormy.
yes. So he needs to make a DC 15 dexterity saving throw.
Okay. You get to
Oh,
9.
wisdom.
Okay, I do 40 damage.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
Wrath of the
alright.
Storm? Oh god.
You
Wrath of the
invoke the
Storm?
wrath of the great big cloud, and the storm of trash swirling overhead suddenly begins to swirl faster and faster before your lightning strikes above in the sky above and crashes down upon Master Clean.
And he's gargantuan, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. That's it. Oh no, I take a healing potion.
Whoop.
You want to cuddle with the snake? You want to cuddle with the snake? I'm down here.
Yeah, I'll hang out with the snake.
And Krixus. Cloud Brothers forever!
Cloud Brothers forever.
Because I believe that brings us to a lair action.
Yes, the lair action. Lair. See. He's just gonna look at Fawkes and say, Fawkes, join me, and you can be the new king of this place. And a wave of cleansing magic once again streaks out toward you, Fawkes sakes. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. Shit! Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. You once again resist the urges of his brainwash. Ah!
Like, I'll put down your heavens, bro! You can't stop me!
Trash King, it's your turn.
Trash King. You
No
watch as
world! Oh no! Trash!
you watch as the Trash King climbs out of the waters and kind of like scrambles onto the glass and is like catching his breath as he's still like channeling this huge storm, and is also going to. You watch as these kind of chunks of. You watch as these chunks of trash are kind of swirling around. He seems to focus on one in particular, and catch it and aim it over towards the man there, as he's going to catapult. To make a dexterity saving throw.
Very bad at those,
level.
actually.
Wow.
Yeah, he gets it.
Oh, that wasn't supposed to be 6th level. Is that it? No, it's not 6th level. That's just 4th level.
Wow.
Very good catapult. Pete's on fire tonight.
Yeah, I'm rolling very hot, as is generally the case, for 34 points of damage. And the Trash King says, "The Trash Kingdom shall be dirty for all time." And
Oh, this guy's taking a beating. Huh? How's he looking?
He is bloodied. Oh, he's almost bloody. He's very close.
God.
he's a big boy. And
He's
also
a beefy boy.
109
also,
damage.
though, I also need everyone to go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw.
Even in the water? Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Wow.
Right.
Oh boy!
7.
I'm usually terrible at these.
17!
Uh,
I don't know.
oh,
I
wait,
usually suck at them.
it shouldn't have been. That should have been 2d6. As the swirling trash roils around, everyone who rolled below a 15 there, I need to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage from the ambient trash in the air.
I don't understand how there's air in the water, but okay.
Oh, the trash. The trash is just clambering and slamming down into the water. It's moving at breakneck speeds.
Okay. So 9. That's
Been
15.
bloodied.
And you are seeing as the trash slams into the plate glass across this empty plane, it's breaking and shattering back into the sea of broken glass, slowly but surely. Is the Trash King doing anything else?
Oh, that's all the Trash Kings got in the arsenal.
Time for everyone to hop
Fox.
into the snake's mouth and be safe.
As you are pelted with trash, your sword still glows with power. What would you like to do?
I will use the momentum and spin up into fury. Whirlwinding. Yeah. We're gonna use that, was it Bardic die from earlier? To
The what?
hit that attack, right?
No, that was a guidance. That's over now at that point. I don't
No,
think
the
anything-
thematic.
Oh, the thematic music
The
box.
thematic
Oh,
music.
yes.
As you go to strike at him, Fawkes, you swing, and he brings up his glass shield, which seems for a moment to stop your blow.
But then I activate the music box and I shatter the shield.
it plays your theme song as the shield shatters apart, heavily reducing his armor class and striking through.
Roll another smite on that boy. Oh, 6 damage. And another one. Another smite, bro.
20.
Oh.
Alrighty.
And
now
I will
bloody.
bonus action. Hey. I will bonus action. Cast. Then compel duel, I guess.
Compelled duel.
God.
Okay.
Oh god.
Can you go ahead
I think that's a spell.
Can you
Yeah,
put the
it
compelled
is.
duel on there for us? What's the
makes
AC?
him attack you.
What's the wisdom? It's wisdom, right?
It's 14. Oh my god, it's not in the SRD.
The struggle. Well, he actually fails.
Man, rough rolls on Master Clean.
Yeah, Master Clean he's seeming like a bit of a pleb, but that's okay because he's got most of his hit points left.
For now.
Compelled duel wisdom saving throw. He has disadvantage on attacks against creatures other than you. And if he moves further than 30 feet away from you, he has to roll a wisdom save. Otherwise, he can't. Okay.
If you attack any other creature.
Radical. Is that the end of your turn, Fawkes?
Yes.
But if any of us attack him, and just does. Oh, well, we don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, his ire focuses on Fawkes' sakes. And he says, You have led to this ruin. It was perfect.
Yeah.
This land would be purified the way it was meant.
Just want to have a tea party.
It was your own downfall that brought this. Find yourself.
Krixus, what would you like to do?
I shall summon the mighty powers of the cloud, and I too will call forth upon the power of lightning.
Recall lightning.
Storm gets
Recall lightning.
stronger.
And that's actually DC 15.
Can everyone make appropriate concentration checks if they took
yes.
damage from the storm,
Yes.
by the way?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Thank you.
Mm.
Oh, I fail. My call lightning's gone.
There's only one storm then. Or
Two.
two storms.
2.
Alrighty, I will roll a dexterity save. He gets an 18, so it's going to be half damage on him. You'll hit him for, what, 8 lightning damage?
8.
Does that have the extra d10 from the storm already being there? No, you got to roll an extra
No, it does
D10 on
not.
Alrighty, and then an extra 3 on top of that. Alrighty, yeah, your lightning bolt strikes down. As lightning just doesn't like this guy, it seems. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Krixus, or are you just staying underwater?
I'm staying underwater.
Okay, you
For
keep
now.
hiding under the water. And with that, Master Clean, no longer focused on Fawkes after being lightninged by someone else, still looks at Fawkes and says, I'm just gonna kill all your friends. And he walks over to the he walks away from
Oh, I
Fawkes.
forgot how that works if they interrupt. Ah, shit. Okay.
That's fine. You can have an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
Yeah. I'm gonna do special move. Heaven Cutting Slash. Body Buster.
Holy shit!
Jesus.
That'll connect.
Just hits, as it were.
It's just barely. All right. All right. He's still up. He's still okay. He walks over to the ground. He like floats down again. Glass appearing under his feet as he goes. You slash him on the back with your strike, and he almost like a water instead of blood flows from him, but he does not seem too dismayed, despite the ferocity of your strike. And he walks down and holds one hand down toward the water below, looking at Fluffy. You and Euchaunkus are next to each other, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I know.
And he will blast into the water some of his own scalding hot soapy water as he uses his squeaky clean feature. I need both of you to roll dexterity saving throws.
Oh, God.
Where's
Oh,
my snake?
shit.
Oh my
16.
god.
Holy
Both
fuck!
succeed. Damn, boys. Alright. Gonna roll his damage.
I
Okay,
told
it's
you
gonna
I
be a
would.
total of 27 points of fire damage, even through the success.
I come out of snake form.
The water boiling in a flash around you.
And so
And actually, I think the
carries
Trash
over.
King would have been within his reach for this too. wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, the Trash King's definitely gonna have to.
Yeah,
Um,
the Trash King might have just gotten boiled.
Fluffy's back.
Yeah, Fluffy, you're you again.
Yep.
So,
wow,
Are you
Michael
kidding me?
Lightning's gone.
What the fuck, guys?
wow, the Trash King.
Oh,
The Trash King's okay.
clean.
Jesus.
And with that, we move to the next in the initiative. Fluffy, as Master Clean looks down. That was supposed to kill you all.
Was
So
it?
What is this?
he's just wearing jeans and a white t-shirt, right? Nothing
Yeah, it looks
special?
like his white t-shirt is slightly stained now. Yeah,
He's,
got a big, just kind of gray stain on the front. Looks sloppy.
I guess I just gotta turn back into a giant constrictor snake and swim up to him.
Okay. You swim up as a snake.
The snake looks slightly annoyed as he tries to
Okay.
constrict him. Now, there's nothing about a size limit for my constrict. It's annoying.
Yeah, I think you can't constrict creatures that are more than one size category larger. Oh,
Okay,
and
and
that's
I-
why he's gargantuan. So he is one size
Yeah,
category larger.
I'm huge. Oh, I can. Yes.
Yeah, I think you actually can.
Oh, great! I miss.
You almost hit. Oh wait, no, because his glass shield reforms on his turn. So you missed by a mile. He bats you aside.
Yeah, but I'm right up next to him with my.
Yeah, you're
60.
right up next to him.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right, Euchaunkus, you're still below the water.
Oh,
Badly burned.
okay, I'm gonna go ahead and recast Call Lightning.
The storm, it's just up in the sky. It's just like light, dark, light, dark. Oh, unfortunate.
It's raining lightning and trash. What a day! What a day!
He is going to fail on his saving throw.
All right, he takes 40 damage.
Oh shit! You can
Yeah, I can do that twice.
Euchaunkus, you call forth lightning, and as you do so, it strikes onto Master Clean, his shield and his glass sword shattering in his hand. Just, he yells out in anguish as he kind of falls to one knee, his titanic form cracking in the glass underneath him.
Feel the power, the cloud. And you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna swim up to him
Okay.
and I'm gonna bite him.
What the fuck? Okay. You leap out of the water like a dolphin and you hit it. For 3 points of piercing damage. All right. He's still alive. He's just very angry.
Oh Lord!
He looks at you, his bright blue eyes darkening to red. No.
Flare action time.
Yeah, it's the layer action.
At
No.
least I dealt with the bubble boys. Nice knowing you all.
God.
Oh dear God.
He looks to the Trash King.
Oh God.
No, he can't do anything to the Trash King. He used that last turn. All right, I think. Shit. I don't know what he does. Jeez. You know, actually, I know what he does. He looks at Fawkes Sakes, like 50 feet up in the air where he just was. And he is going to hold out a hand. Fawkes, a spectral field appears around you.
Oh man, that's actually brutal.
You're in an anti-magic field as your wings, your glowing sword, and everything blink out.
Oh crap! You fought.
Wait, my wings. That's not.
I believe anti-magic field is
divine
any
ability,
magical effect. I'll get you the precise. Yeah, spells and other magical effects. They are, in fact, other magical effects.
Yeah, so Fawkes would then fall as a result.
Oh, what? Take that
Okay.
for damage.
I fall out of the anti-magic wave field, and then
Yeah, you just fall. You take some
and
fall
then I
damage.
have wings, and so I can still fly, and I have feather falling armor, so I'm cool.
Oh shit! I forgot about your feather fall. Yeah, you fall and boom, hit the ground and stand up without any.
Superhero landing.
Yeah, you 3-point landing because of your stupid fucking armor. God damn it. Well, you outsmarted Mr. Clean. But you
I believe that brings us to the Trash King's turn, yes?
Yes, it brings us to the Trash King.
I need everyone to make me another dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
This is getting
boy.
spicy.
19.
Oh, not as good.
Oh, not good.
So everyone except for the giant constrictor snake.
Yeah.
I guess.
Hey!
I guess, and also Fawkes succeeds. Suffers 2 points of acid damage as you watch as the water of the alchemical wasteland's magic toxic waste river is amidst the storm raining down. As these strikes hit each of you, a random wild magic surge occurs towards each of you.
All right, Pete, you want to roll to D150?
I do. Can you just roll the 50s for me? I got the chart already
I got him. Just
To all of us,
I already have it up too.
or just the ones who failed the dex save?
Just the ones who failed the dex save.
Okay.
All
good.
right, we got a 102.
102.
Oh god.
Boy.
No, Pete, you don't. You fucked it up. Don't do that.
Everything's fine. Yeah.
It's okay.
All right.
That's the first person.
So.
Is that Euchaunkus?
The first person is Master Clean, isn't it? Oh no, it's me. You're right.
Euchaunkus.
You don't know what happens, right? He does.
Euchaunkus, you feel an energy. Look around. Choose a point. Choose a location.
Master Clean.
You appear directly next to Master Clean.
Ha! I'm on the outside of it.
That.
Didn't see that coming, did ya?
Roll me another one.
That's Master Clean.
Master Clean got that 30?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That actually could work, actually, huh?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happens. HP and
nothing seems to happen to Master Clean.
What are you looking at, Pete?
Next.
The spell effect rebounds on caster.
I'm the
That's not what
67.
number 30 is.
Oh, you say 130?
No, 30.
Yeah, that's what I have for 30 on my screen. Spell effect rebounds on the caster.
That's not what I see at all.
We'll do yours then, because that one's not interesting.
That one's even worse, actually, because, Fawkes sakes, from Mr. Clean's fingertips, a spray of bright color.
Oh, shit.
What?
As he cast color spray at second level.
Oh, God. I'm the 67.
How much health do you have, Fawkes? You have more than 49, right?
In total?
Yeah, or left.
Your current, yeah.
Oh, you mean current HP or do you mean total HP?
Current HP.
Oh no.
Are you blinded?
Yes.
Oh no, fuck! You're blinded by this barrage of colors. And who's the last one?
I'm the 60. I'm the 67.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a 67.
I don't know who dies.
And you see Krixus as this drop of acid appears on you. A big pile of illusory butterflies and flower petals begin fluttering in the air around you.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it's very
Just
beautiful.
like in the swamp in the springtime.
And the Trash King also looks towards, is going to look towards you, Fawkes sakes, and just, don't worry, I'm sorry about that! And is going to cast Healing Word upon you. At 5th level.
Ooh, shit.
As he heals you for... the Trash King is a druid. As he heals you for 21 points of healing.
He's a special
druid.
Yeah, he's
Three druids.
with extra rules.
Yeah. 3 druids here. That's cool.
The druid circle.
I am the Trash King, and my turn is complete. That's all the Trash King can do.
Fawkes, it
Yeah,
is
he's the
your
circle of
turn.
trash.
What would you like to do? You're blind. Oh, Fawkes, that shouldn't have been you that went for, because you fell to the ground. That should have actually been...
I'll be fine. I'll take it.
All right. Well,
I
Fawkes,
will,
you're blind on the ground.
I'll rub my eyes and then stare at the place that he was standing before with the
Okay.
like demon eye focusing in. I'll crouch down and dash towards him. Yeah, just mess him up.
All right, you rush forward. He looks bad. Oh no! Your first attack easily parried by his giant shield. No.
And then onto the ground. I'll bring it back up.
And as this one, he goes to bring his shield up, and once again, it shatters under the force of your strike.
He's taking 252 damage, my lord.
Not quite. What was that extra D4 there?
Oh, the music box.
Oh, of course, yeah. Are you gonna smite on this one, Fawkes?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Can you give me your smite damage?
There you go. And my turn.
Alrighty. The smite strikes him, and he collapses again onto now both knees. His weapons and shield destroyed. He looks like he is on the brink of death as he begins to shrink slowly. No. My empire of cleanliness. And that, Krixus, it is your turn.
How far away is he from where I'm under the water?
Also, this
He's very close.
Okay, I'm gonna call lightning because it's still up. I still have that.
It looks like he's on his last leg. Like you could hit this guy with your scimitar and kill him.
Yeah, I'm not taking no chances, and I've already got this up.
Okay.
So I shall call forth the raging fury of the great big cloud in the sky, and smite your tyranny, evil Master Clean.
Krixus, as you summon this last lightning strike, you all see up in the clouds streaks of lightning and the illuminations of what seems like lizard folk up in the sky above, looking down upon you. Large lizard-like bodies illuminated by the sunlight, or by the lightning light, before it all culminates in a single strike down upon Master Clean.
And after I call that lightning, I'm gonna come out like a dolphin.
You jump out of the water.
And I'm gonna try to land on this Master Clean.
Well, Krixus,
I will open up the rift in the sky to help you out with the lightning.
You leap out as exactly. Fawkes, you slash up. The streak of light slams into the sky, creating another rift, and more lightning pours out. Only clouds beyond this rift.
By the guidance of the cloud, lightning strike true.
And the lightning does strike true. You see Master Clean, squirm and scream, his skeleton illuminated beyond his flesh. And then it is gone. And he collapses upon the ground, a smoking, charred heap.
Yeah, I will.
After I land, I'm going to take this Master Clean from his charred husk. A few bottles.
You begin to lay into the corpse, Krixus, cutting off what pieces you have. The Trash King, Fawkes, Krixus, Fluffy, and Euchaunkus. You find yourselves standing atop the shattering sea of broken glass.
Yeah, let's say Fluffy wants to try and book it out of there with the Trash King on.
Yeah, once everyone's done doing whatever they want to the corpse, I swallow it and start running for the shore.
I will cast.
Your mouth is not big enough to fit it in.
I will cast water walk on everyone.
I swallow his head.
So, Krixus, you give everyone the ability to walk on water. Fawkes, you fly, guiding the way. Actually, Fawkes, do you just peace out through a portal? Do you just cut the heavens and leave? Or do you leave with the rest of the party? Fawkes?
He's already gone.
Yeah, I would go up to the Trash King and be like, well, Trash King, I can't believe you let this happen to your fucking kingdom. What the heck is wrong with you?
Fortunately, it's no longer the Cleandom.
The Trash King looks you watch as the Trash King looks about and sees, all I see before me is a kingdom of garbage, of which I am its rightful regent. All is well in the Trash Kingdom, it would seem, and very much thanks to you. You heroes. You are perhaps the greatest heroes that have ever lived in all the realm. And I do not say that lightly. I have worked with the greatest of heroes. But you are truly the greatest.
Good. Well then, how's this?
The snake opens his mouth and a dove comes out. I want to use conjure dove, and I just want to conjure a dove out my snake mouth.
All right, you do so. You conjure a dove.
I eat the dove.
Yes, Cloud Brother, eat it!
Just
And
a
be
moment.
nourished.
Wait.
Yeah.
We got to do a couple things. I got to roll a d10. Okay, the dove's alive.
Yeah, I was
On a 1, it's a dead dove. Euchaunkus, you gobble it down whole?
I chew it.
Oh, okay.
Spit out a few feathers. You might need them for later.
Well, I'll store those in the second stomach.
And as you all have this moment, Euchaunkus, you start to try and swallow the head of Master Clean. The real big garbage starts to fall out of the sky as like wagons and pieces of building begin to just fall.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
And at this point, the Trash King speaks to all of you and says, "You have done us a great service in the Trash Kingdom this day. The people need to know that we have won. Shall we herald our victory?"
Should I write it in the sky if you'd like?
I agree. And I'll start doing skywrite.
All right.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you want me to
working together. Krixus,
Disco Drift Club.
Wonderful. You pull out the Disco Drift Club. Krixus and Fluffy both begin writing. What do you write in the sky?
You go first, Fluffy.
Trash King is victorious.
And Krixus,
Right underneath, praise the cloud.
Good, yes, Krixus. You know what? I'm gonna. When he does that, I'll cast Call Lightning at the same time to make the lightning flash.
And as the lightning flashes, the Trash King, as you walk along the few remaining large enough pieces of glass, now hopping as they float atop the sea of broken glass, he leads you over to a small bank, the ocean's edge, where the trash piles up. And you see him just reach down into the garbage, and he just seems to pull it aside, creating what looks like some kind of magical tunnel within the trash.
Fluffy came out of the snake to cast a skywrite because I can't do that as a snake.
Yes, of course. And he leads you. He leads you through this trash stride, this transport via trash, as it were.
Okay.
Do you step through the portal?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
And as you all do so, you emerge on the other side amidst a large group of people. You stand now on the rubble of the scrap metal mountain, which, as you step onto it, it seems that the Trash King kind of waves his hand, and a few small pieces of trash form up beneath your feet, making a bit of a shaky, but nonetheless a platform. And as you all stand there, the words amongst the sky, you see the citizens of the Trash Kingdom slowly gather and then break out into thunderous applause at your victory. As the Trash King calls out, "These 4 heroes have dedicated themselves to the Trash Kingdom. They have served us greater than any before, and as such deserve your absolute praise. They are the greatest heroes in all the realm." I, the Trash Kingdom, do so knight them as knights of our realm, and bestow upon you a trash medal of great honor. And he gives to each of you, it looks like just a bottle cap badge that can be stapled onto each of your shirts. And then you see, as he's kind of doing this, a voice speaks behind you. Ah, greetings, adventurers.
Hey.
Bartholomew!
Why, it is Bartholomew.
Krixus, it has been a very long time. Fawkes, it's been a long time as well. I suppose I don't see any of you quite as often as I'd like to. This was, it would seem, a bit larger in scale than I initially anticipated.
We dealt with it as you desired.
You have done the world of DnDTime, the land, an incredible service here today. The foe that you fought was one of the strongest giants I've ever seen or heard of since. As such, I think that you have proven yourselves worthy adventurers, and I believe that with this, your promotion is, I think, now in order. Perhaps we could make this ceremony serve dual purposes, Trash King, if you do not mind. And the Trash King just kind of nods. It is fine by me. As such, Bartholomew kind of steps before each of you, and he now casts up illusions. As you can see around the world, various people staring up at similar screens, as they have been watching the exploits that you have undergone from a distance. And Bartholomew speaks now. These four heroes are among the most veteran, the strongest, the greatest in all of the realm. And as such, they deserve to be recognized. Without further ado, I give you your heroes. And points first, moving down the line towards you, Euchaunkus. Euchaunkus, what words do you say to the people?
There's only a few words to say. Precisely 3. Praise the cloud.
And as you speak, your voice booms outward, magically projected, it would seem, by some of Bartholomew's magics. You see as your voice kind of cascades throughout the place, the storm clouds up above that you called with lightning begin to spread and darken the sky, not so much that people cannot see, but enough to know that the cloud watches in this, the moment of your triumph. Now, Euchaunkus, in this moment, the people of the world are watching. If you choose to take upon a new title, you may do so, but if the High Priest continues to suit your purposes, then that is also fine.
I mean, I'm the High Priest of the one true religion, and that hasn't changed. I believe I will remain the High Priest.
Very well. I give you Euchaunkus, the High Priest. And as Bartholomew hands you now your payment for this mission, a sack containing 900 Bartholomew bucks, as well as a small scroll. As you open it up, it appears that elsewhere in the kingdom, a cathedral has been set aside for you, as you have been granted title and nobility, as well as a keep of your own. You watch as scrolling images upon the cathedral show an incredibly tall and narrow building, the inside grandiose, filled with various artifacts, statues, tributes to the great big cloud, and at its center a great tower of spiraling steps moving upwards, inscribed with patterns of the cloud, leading to a tower at the top of its peak, that when you stand atop it, your hand could just reach out and touch the clouds themselves.
Excellent. This will make perfect headquarters for the Inquisition.
Excellent.
As he moves on next. A man of legend. An individual that has done more in his lifetime than anyone, perhaps save me, has done. I give you the sword that cuts the heavens, Fawkes sakes! And
It's me. I am the sword that cuts the heavens. Fawkes.
what do you wish to say to the people, Fawkes?
If there are any oppressive tyrants, any overbearing rulers, any heavens that need to be cut, I will be there. I will rebel against them. Because I am the sword that cuts the heavens.
And you hear a roar and cheer from the surrounding crowd as you bellow this outwards. Do you choose a new title at this time, Fawkes?
Well, this all happened because the Trash King was pretty trash. It's like, I'm way better than him. I'm Tree King, true, yeah, True King. I'm the true king. I'm the one true king. I am Fawkes, the sword that cuts the heavens, and the one true king.
And as you call that out, Bartholomew speaks out, Fawkes, now also the one true king. And you see as the gathered masses all just kind of bow down and offer a bow of respect and acknowledgement of this title. Which the Trash King looks a bit annoyed by, but they do it nonetheless. And Bartholomew places in front of you a bag of Bartholomew coins 900, as well as a small scroll. And on that scroll, you see an image of a keep prepared for you. It is a rift within the heavens. But at the base of it now, or for anyone to enter, there is just a small platform that would allow one transportation up. Of course, you don't need it. You merely fly into your new dome. This rift in the heavens, as you enter into it, is now a great castle within a massive throne. All around your various weapons, pictures of your great accomplishments mount the walls. Above the ceiling, the sky is vaulted, and you can see just an infinite sky of stars above you. And beneath you, a great floor of glass from which you can look down upon the world. As Bartholomew unveils to you your keep, the very rift in which Fawkes once cut the heavens. Very well. That is going to bring us to the next in line was he looks now to you, Fluffy. Fluffy.
Yeah.
I'm aware that you are not one for big sort of showy shows of adoration and respect, but I think in this particular instance, I cannot resist. And he kind of looks out over the assembled masters. This individual, though you may not know his name, or you may know it by something else, Fluffy, he considers himself the master of none. However, he has proven today that he is one of the most competent individuals here in the lands of DnDTime. He is a hero among heroes and should be respected as such. What do you have to say to the good people, Fluffy?
Fluffy will look a little confused, but then slowly walk up to like the podium.
Yeah, you just take your time, kind of almost sheepishly, I imagine.
Yeah, just like, okay, give this a shot. People of DnDTime.
They kind of quiet.
I'm not one for big showy praises. I do not need praise to keep good within this world. Light and dark are always in a constant struggle with one another, and I'm happy to help when I am needed. As you go on in the day, I hope you find someone to help and bring in that little more of good and light into the world that this world desperately requires of you.
Bartholomew kind of walks as you kind of finish that. You say, that's it, and kind of step back. And Bartholomew, no longer animated, speaks to you. Kind of like goes up and shakes your hand. And you have been a light wherever you've gone. Have you chosen a new title, Fluffy?
I think I'm happy to accept my current name of Fluffy, and the title that I've previously chosen, I'm happy to stick with.
Very well. Thought it might be the case. And he hands you a a sack of 900 Bartholomew coins, as well as another small scroll. This one, you see a small and humble domicile, not grand like the others. Amidst the forest, carved into a tree, you can see a simple home, small birds kind of flit about its location, kind of growing on the ground out of the various branches. You see what appears to be maple lollipops conjured to grow on a whim and easily. And as the view of this tree pans out, you can see it is not a tree, but a great forest, the largest territory of any of these individual castles, although perhaps not quite as grand individually. And around that, you can see a magical antipathy spell, preventing any wanderers who do not intend to go there from disturbing the perfect balance. Indeed, to prevent any kind of wanderers or any who would do harm to nature from wandering aimlessly into your forest. As he hands you your keep. And he looks now to...
Fluffy gives him a very proudful nod, and like a hand on his shoulder going, "You can also bring light with the people you help. And we'll go back and stand with the rest."
I hope that is true. And last but not least, we have a lizard folk, the light of the dawn, Krixus, of the Hodak Swamp. Krixus has proven himself time and time again to be not just an able adventurer, one of the bravest, a staunch supporter of the Cloud, but also an incredible chef and a dear friend. Krixus, what do you have to say to the people of the world?
I stand by Euchaunkus as a true believer in the Cloud, and I support his inquisition for those that do not believe the true tenets of the Cloud, as well as I stand with my clan in their suffrage against the Red Kuatoa near the coast. I shall be the one that guides them through the dark times, as I have in the past, and I will stand against any tyranny, especially the Sahagin, that follow that damned conch.
And as you say these words, you watch as the hush that had fallen over the crowd with Fluffy's speech once again breaks up into uproarious applause as that moment of contemplation passes, and the sky above thunders and rumbles in approval, the great cloud looking down upon you in this moment, as well as uproarious cheers for both your victory in this moment and the victory of the Trash Kingdom on the whole.
Krixus, shall your title at this time change?
I shall henceforth be known as the right hand of the Cloud.
And
Yes.
and as you say so,
And so it shall be known that the Cloud's right hand is Krixus.
and you watch as the entire assembled masses all hold up their right fists in the air in respect of your new title. And Bartholomew hands you your 900 Bartholomew coins, along with a small scroll, as everyone else. And within it, you can see what apparently is being erected now. Around your home village in the Hodak Swamp, great walls, great defenses, great fortifications, turning what was a humble village into a militant almost keep defense against these Red Kuatoa menace. Within it, you can also see, various towers, improved infrastructure for the people. You can see various bits of farmland and some of the more difficult to cull areas of the Hodak being brought in with better ingredients for you to cook in what is the center of this great keep. A grand palace and restaurant for you, where within is stocked all manner of strange creatures in cages for you to, experiment on your various dishes.
Excellent. I'll have to invite Mr. Slaughtermurder and, of course, Euchaunkus sometime.
Yeah, that looked great.
And with that,
Bartholomew,
Oh, yes.
I was mistaken. I do need to add to my title.
Oh, yes, please.
Bringer of Bill.
Bringer of Bill.
Yeah, the whale.
So the High Priest, Bringer of Bill, or Euchaunkus, Bringer of Bill?
The High Priest, comma, Bringer of Bill.
And he just goes, "The High Priest, Bringer of Bill!" And he points at you, and you just hear one collected cheer from the crowd, just everyone intoning the word "Bill!" Just one percussive scream. And with that, and so we have
that.
your Mythic adventurers. Oh God.
A dark shadow falls over all of you as a gargantuan whale flies overhead.
Oh, indeed. Does Bill say anything?
Yeah. Yes, Bill. Indeed.
All right, fair enough.
I will also go.
There's a general ring, and Bartholomew says, "And with that, you have your new mid-tier adventurers. May they continue to bring light to the land of DnDTime." As he looks once more back to you, Fluffy, and then back out towards the crowd. And he snaps his fingers and disappears. Behind him is a small rift that you can only assume is a lead back to the shop, if any of you wish to go there. And the Trash King looks at all of you. Wait, one more thing! And he throws at each of you another 300 Bartholomew bucks, as he wants to contribute as well to the pile.
Okay.
Excellent.
400 Bartholomew bucks I have.
It is good to see you back to your normal self, Trash King.
It is good to be trash once more.
I have an extra little present for you. You're my bag.
Oh, really?
I give him some tasty treats, some skin roll-ups, and of course another pizza.
I've heard about these pizzas and these skin roll-ups. They seem incredibly delicious. I might rub them in some dirt first, but you know, everyone has their own tastes.
Yeah, here's some more Yeti jerky.
I'll take that as well.
Look at everyone giving him food, and I'll just get out a maple lollipop, and I'll just rub some dirt and trash on it and go, here you go.
Just to my taste, he takes it. He now weirdly looks at you, almost accepts you like box.
Yeah, I'll take the Big Rock Candy Club out and break him off a piece. And wait, before that, I'll just like shove it in this tadpole water, this tadpole water, and be like, "Oh, here you go."
Oh, great, thank you. He takes that, and the rest of what you do next is yours. You have the portal to the shop available to you, or you may simply carouse and enjoy your fame among the citizens of the Trash Kingdom and the world of DnDTime at large. So if any of you wish to shop, we may
go to the portal.
Yeah, I'll go to the shop.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, there is something Fawkes must do that he
Do I get to
always
name my
does.
forest?
It's his tradition.
In that case, you step backwards into the portal, the sounds of the cheering crowd behind you. As you return once more to the familiar and quiet place that is Bartholomew's shop, who already stands behind the counter, leading as he usually does. Although Bartholomew also does look very fatigued, actually. He looks very tired.
Do we get to name our deed ownership of land?
Oh, if you wish to name your kingdom, that is your barony, so to speak. It is your right. You are now, by all rights, real, true nobles of the realm.
Excellent.
That's a thought.
Good.
Selcrest would be most impressed that one of her peons has been promoted.
How much would it be to pull out a mythic item from your big bag?
That is something that is, I suppose, the range increases. The price on that, Roger.
Sorry, Bartholomew. I was distracted. The price for a mythic tier bull? Well, for you, Fluffy, it's 900. It's also 900 for everyone else. So.
It is a special deal that we offer only to our myth tier adventurers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That we're the only ones that can buy it.
No, also
Yeah, that's why it's so special.
Well, Kurogan can do it, and so can Siltrus.
No, I meant like myth tier people.
Yes, we only offer it to you.
But you make it sound like it's a special deal.
Yes, we don't even sell those kind of pools to lower tier adventurers.
Yes, but your application was a little bit different, I think. But you know what? Semantics. Here's your,
I don't know what you mean.
Here's your $900, greedy wizard.
It seems like I just gave you those, but I'll take them.
Yeah,
right back.
weird.
Strange.
He takes the bucks back, and go ahead and roll me a D900, and I wish you only the utmost of luck.
Oh.
Very well. You reach into the bag and find within.
Actually, as a point of order, that was GM rolled.
Oh, whoops.
Oh dear.
If you'd like, I think we got to re-roll that one.
Yeah, that's the official rule. Every time me and Jeremony
Jeremy?
actually made a mistake today. That's the weirdest thing. Yeah, when me and Jeremy roll on GM layer, it gets messed up. So do it again.
Oh, fucking hell.
No! A shame.
Holy Jesus.
It happens. I'm sorry. I don't have the thing. Hold on a second.
No, you can keep it. I'll take the trash time. That's not even worth it.
Well, I mean, you can.
There's no world.
Take a brief moment and.
I would like to see what it is, and if you don't like it, I'll gladly pay the 100 Bartholomew bucks if I like it.
Wait, isn't a myth tier 3 rolls?
Nope, it's one single roll and it's chance of that.
Yeah, they changed it.
Okay.
Yep.
It is but that being said, you reach into the bag. Your hand passes first over what appears to be it appears to be some type of amulet, and it seems to be in the shape. That's all you can tell. Your hand passes over an amulet, and then your hand passes over what appears to be a bunch of cans. It seems like that have been kind of strung together, and then.
This is what it is. It's 3 choices.
And then your hand passes over something very small, a small kind of corked bottle. No, I'm sorry, I made a mistake on that last one. Your hand passes over actually what appears to be a sword. So it's an amulet, a 6-pack, or a sword.
I guess I'll take the amulet.
You pull out of the bag a small amulet. It appears to be made of rotating rings on sort of these alternating axes, and they shine with silver, even in the darkness. And Bartholomew speaks up.
Yes. Whoever wears this amulet may hold it out and spin the rings, causing them to flare in sort of this prismatic flash of color, and time will stop for a moment. When this ability is activated, the wielder may immediately take an entire additional turn. It requires no action economy, as some adventurers like to call it, to use. Creatures are unable to take reactions while this time is stopped. However, once it is used, the item is returned to the shop. It's extremely powerful in that one instant, but it is a consumable item.
Okay. Put that in my pocket.
And
Bartholomew says, is there anyone else who wishes to take a stab?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Whoever wishes to go may do so.
I switched up, no problem.
After you.
when you put dice on table, it happens. Whoever wants to go, roll a D900.
Oh, I'm still looking up enchanting prices, so you can go first.
Okay. Yeah, so... Krixus, you going for the bag, or are you buying something else?
I'm going for the bag.
Good luck.
Oh my god!
Oh, oh god. Oh my god. All right.
no.
Wow.
Oh my god. You reach as a 20.
Misery loves company.
Yeah, don't feel too bad, Euchaunkus.
Don't do it, Fluffy.
Totally do it. You're gonna get good.
Oh god. You reach into the bag.
At least it wasn't a 1.
That's true.
Your hand passes over. It seems they're in a weird part of the bag where there's just a fucking ton of hats. And your hand passes over. It appears to be like first a baseball. First it appears to be like a baseball cap.
What's that?
And then what appears to be it appears to be a hat, but it's like it has almost like a balloon-like shape on the top of it, and then it looks like a tall, very like rounded on the top hat that appears to be like some kind of fez. So you have like kind of like this weird balloon hat, this weird kind of baseball cap, and like a fez.
I'll try the fez.
All right, you reach in the bag and pull out a fez. And Bartholomew speaks up. Ah, yes, this is a fez. While wearing this hat, you appear a bit more intelligent than you did previously. It provides a +1 bonus to all ability checks related to convincing another that you know information that you may actually not know.
Excellent. I will use it well.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Take that.
I'm so sorry.
Gotta put it in my nice, lovely armor of the rust monster.
Okay.
Would anyone else like to take part of the special deal?
That's the most BM thing I've ever heard.
I don't
God,
want to, but I just want to roll the die. I just want to see.
Fluffy does raise his hand.
Fluffy,
Go for it, Fluffy. It's totally worth it.
step up.
From his backpack, he pulls a list and he pulls out some makeshift glasses.
Oh god.
First of all, I require another flower embroidered umbrella.
Oh.
I lost mine to an acid dragon a while back.
Oh yeah, no problem. And he just gives it to you.
Thank you. Firstly, I call my little plant friend from another previous adventure going, I do not know what he requires to eat. This is the veggie pygmy.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
he's a plant. He needs water and sunlight.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he eats mostly the sun.
Excellent. Why he's lasted this long.
Son.
Put it back. And then now I will get him a little bag and I would like to try 2 pulls, myth tier.
We have a limit of one
Of
pool
1? Okay, just 1 then.
per day, but you can just do it again next time.
That's fine. 1 for now.
Watch him totally
so
get it.
900. Okay, so a
Uh,
D900.
I wish you the best of luck. Oh god, I'm
Yeah,
so
like
scared
that.
right now. All right, 237.
No.
That was Farku. That was Farku. He's just saying he wanted to see what he would do.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Now I'm
I don't
scared.
want
Oh god, here we go.
I'm too scared.
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations! You didn't get totally.
You did it.
That's good. I like that.
Dude, that is amazing.
All right.
That is amazing.
You reach into the bag, and you find within. First, your hand passes over another amulet, but it appears to kind of crackle a bit in your hand as you kind of grab onto it. Next, your hand passes over what appears to be some kind of weapon. It seems like a crossbow. And then, last, your hand passes over some kind of big. It appears to be some kind of massive glaive. Is the impression that you get. So you have an amulet, a crossbow, and a glaive that you may choose from.
Okay. Okay, so not really a crossbow or glaive person, so let's go with the amulet.
Amulet makes sense. You reach into the bag and find within a light stone amulet, which is actually shaped very ironically in this situation like a small cloud.
And Bartholomew speaks up. Ah, yes, this is a very, very powerful amulet. It is known as the essence of the storm. While attuned to this particular item, you may use some bonus action to assume a gaseous form and fly around as if per the gaseous form spell. While in this form, you can make one attack each turn using your ranged spell attack modifier, shooting a blast of thunder at an enemy, which deals 46 thunder damage and deals double damage to structures. But it allows you to use this amplified version of the gaseous form spell as much as you wish at will. So you can just turn into a cloud and fly around as much
I
as
think
you
I
want.
used that before against Lemic.
So
Oh, yeah,
wild,
that was
shape,
one of the ones.
wild shape into a giant constrictor snake and then float around. Yes.
So you've gained the essence of the storm. Congratulations. It is a powerful
and-
item.
Thank you, Bartholomew. The last thing on my list is, would it happen to have any upgraded armor for me? Preferably not metal.
I believe, what is the ruling on that, Roger?
I mean, what do you currently got, Fluffy?
Yeah.
Leather underneath my skeleton costume.
Then yes, we
Oh,
have
yes.
slightly better leather. Studded probably, if you don't want metal, we could probably stud it with bones.
We could also
We've
just...
got a ton of giant bones in.
You can probably also do splint mail and use like wood instead.
Yes, well, we can certainly do it for you either way. It will only cost you 100 Bartholomew bucks.
So wait, am I getting studded leather or splint mail? I'm very confused.
Studded leather.
I mean, it's
yeah.
really whatever you're interested in.
Yeah, well, if you
if
could
it-
wear...
Out of character, what's your dexterity modifier?
16.
All right,
Sorry,
prob-
dexterity 14. Dexterity 14.
All right, then you probably are going to want the splint mail.
I prefer medium armor, but there's no real medium armor that doesn't.
Well,
do
I don't know if
metal.
you can wear, as a druid, heavy armor.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking at
good
medium
point.
armor. But most of the medium armor is all metal, so I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to deal with studded
You can have
leather
a
with
bone breastplate.
Ooh, I would love that. I would love that.
Yeah, I mean, we just got this great ton of bone in. Well, that's a giant bone. Who
You can see the rib cage right on it.
Just put on top of my skeleton costume. I'm now a skeleton. It's
Um,
great.
A skeleton wearing a skeleton.
Very good. So that's another 100 Bartholomew bucks. And I think that is all unless you changed your mind, Fawkes.
Well, yes, Bartholomew. You know me. Get me the old regular, the tradition. You know what I always get, right?
One story tier pool, huh?
One story tiered pool. And me not a thing anymore. What happened? I don't get to talk about myself. Oh, well, anyway.
If you want to talk about yourself, I mean, by all means. For old time's sake, Fawkes, perhaps I could turn on, I could fire up the old piano.
So the music now, dude. Oh man, that really touches my heart.
And he speaks to you, and he kind
All
of
right,
points
I'll
over.
play the piano.
He points over to the dusty piano on the side of the room, and it starts playing some off-key notes, and then he just stops it, and Roger starts to play. The stage is yours, Fawkes.
Right. So, people want to know, how did I cut the heavens? I didn't do it alone. I had a friend. I had a buddy. He was my best friend. We rode into the sky together. He was a dark blue dragon. And he was struck down by lightning. And we twirled back to the earth. And in his dying words, he gave me his wings. And this is why today I can fly. Through the life essence of my old friend, who sacrificed his life trying to cut the heavens with me. This is not a job that you can do alone, but it is the one that is dangerous to do with others. So that is why I am solely the lone sword that cuts the heavens. Oh yeah, me and my other me's as well.
Oh yeah.
And, other Fox States watching. But yo, hey, what's up?
All of the other Fawkes states, yes, of course. And Bartholomew speaks. He kind of reaches out a hand to shake your hand. Do you accept the handshake?
It's been good finally getting back and doing this again with you guys.
It has been absolutely, Fawkes. Thank you for finally telling me. I've literally been tearing my brain out about how you cut the heavens for over a year. Also, I believe that there was someone here that wanted to see you, Fawkes.
Who?
Well, Roger, do we still have that, is he still here? Fawkes' good friend.
I mean, yeah.
And you watch as kind of like walking out of the back room of Bartholomew's shop, you see your polar bear. However, in the time that you've been away, he has grown in leaps and bounds, as it has been almost exactly 6 months since you pulled a baby polar bear from the bag, and it has now grown into a fully fledged adult polar bear, which kind of looks at you and just kind of roars and, goes up and starts licking your face as you now have a full-fledged polar bear companion, which you could use as per like a fine steed spell or something like that if you want to do with it.
I mean, in worst case, you can always feed that mopey unicorn to the bear, make him stronger.
Oh, what items did I get, by the way?
And you rolled a 149, I see. As you reach into the bag, you find within, your hand passes first over... your hand passes first over some kind of small bag. It seems to smell fairly unpleasant. And then your hand passes over what appears to be some type of very small tree. And then it looks like a basket. So you have a handbag, a tree, or a basket. Oh wait, no, you don't get to pick all three. I'm sorry, I forgot that this was not the myth tier pull. This is the regular pull. So this one you just pull out a tree. Never mind.
Fitting of the true king, yeah.
Yes, it is fitting. Yes, indeed. For the tree king Fawkes 6, and as you do so, the item that you pull within is a small potted plant, and on it you can see grows a single apple. And Bartholomew speaks, "Oh yes, this is the doctor repellent. If you choose to eat the apple that is upon this tree, you will gain 8 additional bonus to your hit point maximum until the next dawn. Additionally, upon eating the apple, you gain the antipathy spell targeting doctors, so no doctor will be able to come within a certain radius. But also you just get this good apple, sort of like extra good healing potion every day."
That's all.
And you've gained the doctor repellent. And with that, I think all have pulled, all have upgraded. Is there anything else anyone wishes to do?
Yes. As I leave the shop, I will transform into the magical girl.
Oh my god.
With a spin.
Yeah, please, Jeremy.
With a spin, Krixus swirls around, spinning in place not once, not twice, but 3 times. A flash of colorful light blinds all of you for but an instant, and standing before you is Krixus wearing a magical girl costume.
But pretty.
This lizard folk
Very
with long blonde hair and a beautiful magical girl costume.
I just covered him in the reverse invisibility cloak. No.
And in this great, this wonderful moment, Bartholomew with a yawn. As again, Bartholomew seems strangely very tired as he's kind of leaving the shop tonight and closing it down.
I'll ask him. Okay. I'll ask Bartholomew. Are you okay, Bartholomew? Do you require sleep?
Oh, no, I'm fine. I'm just, well, I suppose, yes. I haven't been sleeping well lately, you know.
I'll read his mind.
Good one, Euchaunkus.
He tries to be nice. The teammates try and read his mind.
It fails.
Yeah. Euchaunkus.
All right, I read Roger's mind.
Roger's thinking like, fuck. Oh, jeez. Bartholomew, don't tell him. Just kind of going through his surface thoughts.
But yeah,
I'll use the liar's pendulum. We're your friends, Roger. We're your friends.
And I think y'all interrogating Roger about Bartholomew is a great place to end this. Jeremy, do you want to hop up?
Absolutely.
Fluffy's just gonna be concerned.
Right.
Jesus.
And with that,